Hello and welcome to the practical walkthrough on PHP MyAdmin. We are now going to use PHP MyAdmin to implement this database and this table. So open up your XMPP and start your Apache and your MySQL. PHP MyAdmin is a tool for administering your MySQL database. You can access it by clicking on this button Admin here. Over here you can create a new database by clicking on this button New. And then you can give a name for your database. Our database will be called Control Server. So we will call it Control Server. And click on Create. Notice it converts everything to lowercase, Control Server. So now over here we can create a table. We will create the table called Clients. And then the number of columns, we will create 5 columns based on this design. Click Go, and then over here the first column we will call it ID. We will make it a primary key. A primary key is the integer that uniquely identifies the rows in the table. So this ID here is a unique identifier, so we call it primary key. In order to designate this column as a primary key, we need to go to this checkbox and click on it. AI means auto increment. This means that this integer will automatically increase and we have no control over it. So it will start off with 1 and then increase automatically by 1 each time a new record is inserted. And you will notice also that PHP MyAdmin has automatically designated this as a primary key. For the second column, we are going to call it name. And the type of the data, we will set it to varchar. Variable character, maximum of 255 characters. The third column, we will call it IP, to store IP addresses. It will also be varchar, maximum size of 255 characters. The name here will store the computer name, and then the IP will be the IP address of the client. The third column will be the command, referring to this command. And the command needs to be longer than varchar. We will call it CMD, short for command. To make it slightly longer, we use text. And the last column is to store the red string, the return string of the execution. This one we should be even longer than the text, than the command. So for this one, we will assign it long text. Now we can save it. And you can see that under the structure tab, the table has been created, and this is the schema. It consists of integer as a ID, varchar 255 for name, varchar 255 for IP address, and so we are missing one, so let's change this. Command should be text. And then we need to add one more for the return string. We can come down to this part here, add one column after CMD. Click go. And then for this one, we can type in the name of the column called red string. And this one will be long text. Because we want this to store even longer text than the command. Click on save. And now we have all the 5 columns corresponding with our design here. ID of type integer, and then name varchar, IP is varchar, command is text, and red string is long text. So now we have our table. If we click browse, we can see the table. There is no record yet. Everything is empty. In order to insert data into this table, we need to use the client. So the client will post the data, and then the data will be inserted here. The record will be created here. So to close this, we just have to close X button here. To administer again, we just click admin one again, and then you can go and manage your database again. So for over here, to manage your database, just click on it, and you can see your structure here. Here, one table, but there's no data yet. Click on structure to see the structure. In future, if you wanted to add more columns, you just have to click on this button here. You can also manually insert data here. For example, you can click on insert, and then here, for the name, you can just type any name you want. Alpha, for example. IP address, maybe 12.13.14.15. Command, maybe dir. And then maybe this one we don't know yet, so we can leave it like this. Then we can click go. And so you execute this command, and if you click browse now, you should see there is one row. The ID, the name is alpha, IP address is this, command is dir, red string is return string. So in the real application, this record will be inserted by the client red. If you want to delete this record, just click on delete, click OK, and the record is deleted. So that's all for this lecture. In the next practical walkthrough, I will show you how to code the C# for the client red in order to insert records into the database. So that's all. Thank you for watching.